Welcome back to the channel Coin Collectors and Treasure Hunters. In today's video, we are exploring some of the most valuable and sought-after British coins, the Queen Elizabeth II, 50 pence coins from 1980, 1982 and 1983, all without mint marks. At first glance, these coins might look like ordinary pocket change, but collectors know they can be worth hundreds or even thousands of pounds, especially if they are in uncirculated or proof condition. Let's get started. First up, the 50 pence coin was first introduced in 1969, just before the United Kingdom officially switched to the decimal system in 1971. During this time, the British government was phasing out the old currency system based on shillings and introducing a simpler base 10 structure. The 50p coin replaced the 10 shilling note, becoming the highest value coin in circulation. The 1980 version continued this tradition and was among the last coins to bear the inscription New Pence, which appeared on coins from 1969 to 1981. From 1982 onward, the inscription changed to simply 50 pence, marking the end of an era. On the obverse of the 1980 50p coin, you will find a beautifully detailed portrait of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machine. OBE. In this portrait, the Queen faces right and wears the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, a design renowned for its elegance and simplicity around her portrait. The inscription reads, Elizabeth II DG Reg. FD 1980, meaning Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. This portrait was used on British coins from 1968 to 1984 and remains one of the most iconic images in the history of the UK's coinage. The reverse of the 1980 new 50 pence coin features the seated figure of Britannia, designed by Christopher Ironside. Britannia, a symbol of strength, wisdom and British unity, holds a trident in one hand and an olive branch in the other, while resting her shield beside her. This design had been used on British coins for over 300 years, symbolizing the United Kingdom's naval heritage and its long-standing values of peace and defense. The word New Pence is inscribed at the top with the denomination 50 below. This coin reflects both tradition and transition, a perfect blend of British pride and modernization. The 1980 new 50 pence coin was struck in cupro nickel, consisting of 75% copper and 25% nickel. It weighs 13.5 grams and measures 30 millimeters in diameter, making it significantly larger than the modern 50p coins introduced in 1997. The coin has a heptagonal, seven-sided shape, a revolutionary design at the time, allowing it to be easily recognizable by touch and preventing confusion with other coins. The absence of a mint mark means it was produced by the Royal Mint in Plantaris and Wales, where all standard circulation coins of that era were minted. In 1980, the Royal Mint produced over 89 million 50p coins for general circulation. Because of this high mintage, the 1980 issue is not considered rare in lower grades. However, uncirculated examples, coins that were never spent and still retain their original mint luster, are increasingly difficult to find today. Many were either spent or withdrawn over time, especially after the smaller-sized 50p coin was introduced in 1997. Collectors value these uncirculated pieces as relics of Britain's pre-decimal transition period and as key coins in the evolution of the 50p denomination. Let's talk about value. In fine condition, the 1980 new 50 pence coin typically has a value of around 50 pence to £1 sterling, depending on overall wear. However, in uncirculated condition, prices can rise to £2 to £5 GBP. Brilliant uncirculated coins kept in protective holders or mint sets can fetch as high as £10 to £15 GBP, especially if the surfaces are flawless and the luster is fully preserved. Coins graded by Professional services such as NGC or PCGS may command even higher prices among serious collectors due to certification and guaranteed authenticity. Collectors love the 1980 new 50 pence coin because it bridges two historical periods in British coinage, the new pence era and the modern decimal era. Its large, distinctive shape and classical Britannia design make it one of the most aesthetically pleasing coins ever issued by the Royal Mint. Moreover, it's a piece of nostalgia for many Britons who remember handling these large coins during the late 20th century. For younger collectors, it's a wonderful entry point into the rich world of British numismatics, representing the craftsmanship and precision that define the Royal Mint's legacy. If you own a 1980 new 50 pence coin, proper care is essential to maintain its condition and value. Always handle coins by the edges to avoid fingerprints and store them in acid-free holders or plastic capsules to prevent oxidation. Never clean the coin with chemicals or abrasives, as this can damage the surface and reduce its numismatic value. If you believe your coin is exceptionally well preserved, consider sending it to a grading company for professional evaluation. Certified uncirculated coins tend to retain and even increase in value over time. In conclusion, the Elizabeth II 1980 new 50 pence coin is a true classic of British coinage, a bridge between the past and the present. Its timeless Britannia design, historical context and role in the evolution of the decimal system make it a treasured collectible for anyone passionate about coins. Even though millions were minted uncirculated, examples remain special, embodying the craftsmanship of the Royal Mint and the enduring legacy of Queen Elizabeth II's reign. If you enjoyed this video, do not forget to like, subscribe and share this video with your fellow collectors. Comment below if you have this 1980 new 50 pence coin and tell us where you found it. You might just be holding a little piece of British history in your hands. Next up, the 50 pence coin was first introduced in 1969, ahead of the United Kingdom's official switch to decimal currency in 1971. From 1969 to 1981, all 50p coins carried the wording new pence to remind the public that the country was moving away from the old pounds, shillings and pence system. However, by 1982, decimalisation had been fully accepted, so the Royal Mint decided to replace new pence with 50 pence. This small change marked the beginning of a new era in modern British coinage, one that made the 1982 coin unique as the first issue bearing the updated inscription. The obverse or front side of the 1982 50 pence coin features the second definitive portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machine. OBE. The Queen faces right, wearing the girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, one of her most famous jewels. Surrounding her image are the words Elizabeth II DG Reg. FD 1982, which translates to Elizabeth II by the grace of God, Queen Defender of the Faith. This elegant portrait was used on all UK coins from 1968 to 1984 and represents the grace and continuity of the Queen's reign during a time of national modernisation. The reverse design of the 1982 50p coin features Britannia, the female personification of Britain, seated beside a lion, a long-standing emblem of the nation's strength and pride. This iconic design was created by Christopher Ironside, one of the most respected coin designers in British history. Britannia holds a trident in one hand representing naval power and an olive branch in the other, symbolizing peace. Her shield, emblazoned with the Union Jack, rests at her side. Below Britannia is the denomination 50, while the inscription above reads simply 50 pence. The first appearance of this new wording on the coin, the 1982 50 pence coin, was struck in cupro nickel consisting of 75% copper and 25% nickel. It weighs 13.5 grams with a diameter of 30 millimeters and a heptagonal Seven-sided shape a unique design. That has become instantly recognizable in the UK and abroad. The coin has no mint mark, as it was produced at the Royal Mint in Plantaries and Wales, which was responsible for all standard coinage during this period. The large heavy format was replaced in 1997 by a smaller, lighter version of the 50p coin, making these older examples even more collectible today. In 1982, approximately 114 million 50p coins were minted for general circulation, making it a fairly common coin in its day. However, many of these coins have since been withdrawn, lost, or heavily circulated, leaving fewer examples in fine or uncirculated condition because of its role as the first 50p issue. Collectors often seek this coin to complete their decimal coinage sets, although it's not considered rare by mintage numbers alone. Finding one in crisp, high-grade condition is far less common and much more desirable. Let's talk about value, a key question for collectors and enthusiasts in fine condition. The 1982 50p coin is typically worth between 75p and £1 sterling. However, coins in extremely fine or uncirculated condition can fetch around £2 to £4 sterling, depending on their shine, strike, quality and preservation. A brilliant uncirculated example, still sealed in its original Royal Mint set, can sell for £8 to £12 GBP. While these values may seem modest, the coin's historical role and collectability make it a must-have piece in any British decimal collection. Collectors are particularly drawn to their 1982 50p coin because of its historical transition from new pence to 50p. This change symbolizes the UK's complete acceptance of decimalisation and the modernisation of its coinage system. The coin also represents an era of stability and growth. Under Queen Elizabeth II's reign, its timeless Britannia design, combined with its large heptagonal shape, gives it a classic appearance that stands apart from modern issues. Even though millions were produced, it's a beautiful collectible that connects everyday life with a nation's evolving history. If you own the 1982 50p coin, it's important to store it properly to preserve its condition. Avoid cleaning it with any substances, as this can scratch the metal and reduce its collector value. Handle it only by the edges to prevent fingerprints and keep it in acid-free holders or coin capsules. For those with especially bright mint condition examples, consider getting them professionally graded by services like NGC or PCGSA. Certified uncirculated 1982 coin can retain its value for years and possibly increase as collectors continue to seek well-preserved examples of older 50p coins. In conclusion, the Elizabeth II 1982 50p coin is not just another piece of change. It's a historical artifact that marked Britain's full transition into the decimal era with its graceful design, significant inscription, change and enduring symbolism. It remains a standout coin in modern British history, even though it may not be the rarest coin out there. Its fine or uncirculated versions hold strong collectible value and emotional significance for those who appreciate British numismatic heritage. If you enjoyed this in-depth video, make sure to like, subscribe and share it with other coin collectors. Drop a comment below and tell us whether you have found a 1982 50p coin in your collection. You might be holding onto a small but meaningful piece of British history. Next up, the 50p coin was first introduced in 1969 as part of the United Kingdom preparation for decimalisation, which officially took place in 1971. For over a decade, coins featured the wording new pence to remind people of the change in currency. However, starting in 1982, the Royal Mint replaced this phrase with 50 pence as the public had fully adapted to the decimal system. The 1983 issue continued this tradition and was the second year to feature this updated inscription. It also came during a Period of renewed interest in coin. Collecting making uncirculated. Examples especially desirable among collectors today. On the obverse side, the 1983 50 pence coin proudly displays the second official portrait of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machine OBE. The Queen faces right, wearing the girls of Great Britain and Ireland. Tiara, one of her most famous and elegant jewelry pieces, the surrounding inscription reads, Elizabeth II DG Reg. FD 1983, which translates from Latin to Elizabeth II by the grace of God Queen Defender of the Faith. This classic and regal portrait was used on British coins from 1968 to 1984, representing the enduring grace and stability of the Queen reign during a transformative era in British history. The reverse of the 1983 50 pence coin showcases Britannia, the symbolic female figure who personifies Great Britain's strength and pride. Designed by the talented artist Christopher Ironside, this design depicts Britannia seated beside a lion, the national symbol of courage and power. In her right hand she holds a trident representing naval dominance, while her left hand supports a shield bearing the Union Jack, symbolizing protection of the nation. The denomination 50 appears below, and above her image reads 50 pence. This design was iconic for nearly 30 years before being replaced in later years by commemorative and smaller designs. The 1983 50 pence coin was struck in cupro nickel, 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it a silver-like appearance. With lasting durability, it weighs 13.5 grams, has a diameter of 30.00 millimeters, and features a heptagonal shape with 7 equal sides, making it one of the most distinctive coins in the world. The coin's edge is plain with no mint mark, as all standard circulation coins from the Royal Mint during this time were produced without additional marks. The precision and symmetry of this design make it both visually unique and mechanically ingenious, allowing the coin to roll smoothly despite its angular shape. The mintage for the 1983 50 pence coin is estimated at around 62.8 million pieces, making it a fairly common circulation coin in its day. However, after the Royal Mint redesigned the 50p in 1997 to a smaller size, these older large coins were withdrawn from circulation. Many were melted down or lost, significantly reducing the number of well-preserved examples available to collectors today. The few remaining uncirculated coins, especially those kept in mint condition sets, have become sought after collector pieces as they represent the final standard year of the large Britannia design before changes swept through the UK coinage system. Now let's discuss what everyone wants to know: the coin value. In fine condition, a 1983 50 pence coin generally sells for about 75 pence to £1 sterling, which is slightly above its face value. However, in uncirculated or brilliant uncirculated condition, the value can increase to £3 to £6 sterling, depending on the coin shine, strike, quality and storage. Coins still sealed in original Royal Mint presentation, packs or proof sets can fetch £10 to £15 GBP or more, while it's not classified as rare. Its historical context and status as one of the last large 50p coins give it enduring collector appeal. Collectors often value the 1983 50 pence coin not because it's rare, but because it represents the end of an era, the closing chapter of the large size Britannia 50p series. After this coin, Britain began producing smaller coins and more frequent commemorative editions, shifting the nation numismatic identity. For many, the 1983 issue captures the nostalgia of classic coinage design and a simply unified Britain. Numismatists also appreciate its strong relief, traditional imagery and flawless metal composition, which together make it a timeless coin worth preserving for generations to come. If you own a 1983 50 pence coin, especially in uncirculated condition, take care to preserve its luster and surface quality. Always handle it by the edges, never by the face, and avoid cleaning it with polish or chemicals, as this can permanently damage the metal. Store it in airtight capsules, acid-free holders, or coin flips to protect it from oxidation and fingerprints. Collectors who wish to authenticate and enhance the coin market value may also send it for professional grading through services like Numismatic Guarantee Company or Professional Coin Grading Service. In conclusion, the Elizabeth II 1983 50p coin stands as a tribute to Britain's numismatic artistry and heritage, with its elegant Britannia design, flawless metalwork, and historical importance. It remains a cornerstone of any British coin collection. While its market value may not be sky high, its cultural and collector value is undeniable. This coin bridges the past and the future, a reminder of how design, symbolism, and craftsmanship combine to tell the story of a nation. If you found this video informative, please subscribe and comment below about your favorite 50p coin in your collection. Stay tuned for more videos uncovering the secrets of coins that might be worth big money right in your pocket or old coin jar.